One thing I found interesting in this class is the different types of ownership, specifically partnerships. A partnership is a voluntary association of two or more people who agree to act as co-owners of a business for profit. There's no legal limit on how many partners there can be, but generally in most businesses there's only two general partners. There are two main types of partners that can be found in businesses that classify as a partnership. First is a general partner. As a general partner, you take full or shared responsibility of operating the business, and general partners are usually the ones who make the big decisions as the business, as they have the greatest percentage of liability compared to the other partners. A general partner practically co-owns the business with one or more other people. The other type of partner inside of a partnership is a limited partner. Limited partners can often be found in businesses that are run by two or more general partners. Practically, a limited partner can be described as someone who contributes capital to the business but doesn't have any management responsibilities. Limited partners also have no liability for losses beyond the amount that they invest into the business. A partnership is vastly different from other ownership types. Before breaking down the differences between the ownership types, I'm going to describe each one so that way it's a little bit easier to understand. First is a corporation. A corporation can easily be described as an artificial person that exists on paper, that has similar rights to an actual human being. Some of these rights are the rights to start and operate a business, to buy or sell property, to borrow money, to sue or be sued, and to enter into binding contracts. What this means is that a person who works in the corporation has limited liability, like in the corporation, but nearly all liability falls upon the corporation itself. The other ownership type I'll be talking about and comparing a partnership to is a sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is a business owned and usually operated by a singular person who takes full liability and responsibility for the business. It's the most popular business type in the U.S. Now, when comparing the two, a partnership is different from a corporation, as its owners take full liability of the business as a corporation. While this can be classified as a disadvantage, they take full liability as a partnership. This can be classified as like a disadvantage to a partnership, but it also means that the owners only have full liability because they actually own the business. So while in a corporation, the artificial person isn't owned by anybody because it has rights similar to a person. When working in a corporation, you might not have as much freedom or that you would as like a general or limited partner. So though when in comparison to a corporation, a partnership has its disadvantages, it can also be looked at as a smarter way of approaching ownership to a business. You get to own and operate the business with the help of others, giving both partners creative freedom. When comparing a partnership to a sole proprietorship, the most commonly thought of difference is that in a sole proprietorship, you own the business completely by yourself, while in a partnership, you operate and co-own the business with one or more other people. But having full ownership completely by yourself comes with its advantages and disadvantages, just like being part of a corporation. Yes, you would receive full retention of benefits and flexibility of being your own boss. Sorry, as a sole proprietorship, but you also endure full liability, which in a partnership you share with your partner or partners. Having full liability can seem not scary or not overwhelming, but when you realize that that it includes legal disruptions, then the shared liability of a partnership does not sound as bad. A partnership may be popular due to having an advantage leaving imbalance when comparing disadvantages to advantage in the perspective of someone who is a partner. Though there can be some disadvantage like liability risks, management, disagreements, and your frozen investments that you invested to get into the business, there are significantly more advantages. Though some may not consider it only liability, though some may not consider it, sharing or owning a business can be sharing or co-owning a business can be an easier way of operating. You share not only liability but ideas as well. This can help be less stressful in the workplace and keep a healthy balance in the workplace. The variety of responsibility is also backed by an agreement between the two partners, giving structure to the business and the partners. This agreement should include who will make the final decisions, what each partner's duties will be, how much each partner will invest, how much profit or loss each partner will give out or endure and is responsible for, and how the partnership can be dissolved. Many of these included terms can help influence how much power each partner holds. But in conclusion, partnership is a great way to approach owning a business because it gives you, while you still have to endure some liability disadvantages, then while you still have to take on some liability disadvantages, you also get to co-own, which can be good in the bigger span of things, as you're not completely responsible for everything like you would be as a sole proprietorship.